In this video, we're going to talk about working with supply chain case studies in the SCM Globe case study library. So if you hit the online guide and access the case studies there, you'll see that there's a bunch of information regarding our pre-made case studies for you to work with, whether you are a student or whether you're an instructor. The information is here. Now, these are split up into different sections, including humanitarian supply chains, commercial supply chains, military supply chains, all that good stuff. You can access a particular one if you just search for any one of them and then click on read more. You'll be accessing the Cincinnati Seasonings case study, which is the recommended one to start off with if you're just starting out using the simulator. And you can read all about this here. It gives you some background information, and then as you scroll down, it'll give you some challenges that you have to work through when using the simulation. So once you select the simulation or the case study that you want to work with, you can access your account by logging into the simulator. And once you're in your account management section, you can see the different supply chains and save states that you already have. But in this case, I want to view the library. And this is where all of the supply chain case studies are held. So if you click on Cincinnati Seasonings case study, I'm just going to copy this name. I'm going to click on import because you have to give this a name once you want to run the import. I'm going to name this test Cincinnati Seasonings. And then if I click on save, you'll know that it has imported, because if I click on my account, you'll see that test Cincinnati Seasonings supply chain has just been created. Now I can either edit, simulate, save, or delete it. But for now, I just want to edit it. So once I edit the supply chain, you can see that the supply chain has populated and all the different information that goes along with it. So you can see the different products that this case study is responsible for. Then you have the different facilities attached, vehicles attached to those specific facilities. In this case, you'll just see that distribution center has the vehicles, and then you can see the routes once you select a vehicle. Pretty standard stuff. And if you haven't seen how to work with a supply chain, we have a video created just for that. So you'll notice that if you just click on any one of the facilities, you can edit different information, and this information is already populated, but you can change things like the daily operating costs, the rent costs. So say you get some updated information either on the internet or you actually get a quote from a client, you can update this information and make it, or at least try to make it as accurate as possible. So once you have adjusted any of the information on any of these four entities, you can click on run the simulation. And this is the simulation that'll run with that particular case study. And I just want to load the supply chain, test Cincinnati Seasonings, and I want to run the simulation very, very slowly so that I can see what's actually going on. So just for illustration purposes, I'm going to change this to fastest so that the speed of the simulation can run quicker, and you'll see that the information is already populated. So you can see the different information that goes on with the inventory and the value of that inventory on hand in each facility by day. And then you can see all the different information that goes along with it. How much goes in, how much goes out, how much quantity you have on hand, all that good stuff. And once your simulation does not run, you'll see that there's not enough storage capacity in the Fort Wayne store. So I'm going to edit my screen. I'm going to select the Fort Wayne store, and there's not enough capacity. So I'm going to change the information as needed. You can add storage capacity whatever way you want, change the type of facility even, and do a myriad of different things in order to, to best maximize the efficiency of your supply chain. Anyway, that's working with supply chains, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.